A very long time ago, when there were no airplanes, no tanks, and no modern weapons, people still fought wars. But these wars were not random fights. They were fought by armies. An army was a group of trained soldiers who protected their land and followed strict rules. Some armies became so strong and smart that people still talk about them today. In this story, we will learn about 10 ancient armies that changed history with their power, discipline, and ideas. Number 10. Egyptian Army. The Egyptian army became powerful after learning from its enemies. At first, Egypt was attacked by foreign invaders who used horses and chariots. Instead of giving up, the Egyptians learned how these weapons worked. They made lighter and faster chariots where one soldier drove and the other shot arrows. These chariots moved quickly, attacked the enemy, and escaped before danger came. Because Egypt also had the Nile River, soldiers and supplies could move easily. This helped Egypt protect its land and grow into a strong empire. Number 9. Carthaginian Army. Carthage was a rich city near the sea, famous for trade and ships. Because it was rich, Carthage could hire soldiers from many different lands. Some soldiers rode fast horses, some used long swords, and others used spears. Their greatest leader was Hannibal, who was very clever in battle. He used tricks, surprise attacks, and smart planning to defeat larger enemies. But the Carthaginian army had one problem. Most soldiers fought for money, not love for the city, which made the army weaker in the long run. Number 8. Han Dynasty Army. The Han army came from ancient China and was very well organized. Their soldiers used crossbows that were easy to learn and very powerful. Many soldiers fired arrows together at the same time, like one big team. The Han army also planned carefully before every campaign. They built forts, supply stations, and safe roads for their soldiers. When enemies attacked from the north, the Han learned how to fight back. Because of good planning and teamwork, the Han army protected its empire for many years. Number 7. Greek Hoplite Army. Greek hoplites were heavy soldiers who fought close together. Each soldier carried a big round shield and a long spear. When they stood side by side, their shields touched and formed a strong wall. This formation was called the phalanx. As long as they stayed together, they were very hard to defeat. Spartan soldiers trained from a young age and followed strict rules. But the phalanx had limits. If the ground was uneven or the enemy attacked from the sides, the formation could break. Number 6. Maurya Empire Army. The Maurya Empire ruled a very large part of ancient India. To protect such a big land, they needed a huge army. Their soldiers used bows, swords, and shields, but their most famous weapon was the war elephant. These elephants were very big and strong. When they charged, enemies became scared and confused. Behind the elephants came foot soldiers and cavalry. The Maurya army won battles by using its size, strength, and good organization. Number 5. Assyrian Army. The Assyrian army was different from most ancient armies. Their soldiers trained all year, even when there was no war. They wore strong armor and used iron weapons. The Assyrians were also very good at attacking cities. They built machines to break walls and gates. Many cities surrendered without fighting because they feared the Assyrian army. This fear helped Assyria control large areas of land. Number 4. Achaemenid Persian Army. The Persian Empire was one of the largest empires in ancient history. To control it, the Persian army needed good roads and planning. They built long roads so soldiers could move quickly. Their best soldiers were called the Immortals, and their numbers were always kept full. The Persian army included soldiers from many cultures. This helped them fight in different lands and climates. Because of smart planning and teamwork, Persia ruled a huge empire. Number 3. Mongol Army. The Mongols lived on open grasslands and were expert horse riders. From a young age, they learned how to ride and shoot arrows. They could shoot arrows while riding fast. Sometimes they pretended to run away to trick the enemy. When the enemy followed, the Mongols turned back and attacked. They also used scouts to gather information before battles. Their speed and planning made them very hard to defeat. Number 2. Macedonian Army. The Macedonian army fought in a new and smart way. Their soldiers carried very long spears that kept enemies far away. While enemies were stuck, strong horse soldiers attacked from the sides. This teamwork made their army very powerful. Alexander the Great led his soldiers from the front and inspired them. Using smart tactics and bravery, The Macedonian army defeated much larger empires. Number 1. Roman army. The Roman army was famous for discipline and hard work. Roman soldiers trained every day and followed strict rules. They learned how to fight, build camps, and protect their friends. Their army was flexible and could change plans during battle. Rome also learned from its enemies and improved its army again and again. Because of this, the Roman army stayed strong for hundreds of years and built a great empire. All these armies were different, but each one taught the world something new. They showed that strength is important, but teamwork, planning, and learning matter more. History becomes exciting when we understand how people lived and fought long ago. And these ancient armies will always be remembered.